happen today. Okay, so I get a message from my friend Barb. She's like, hey, congrats on your Inc. magazine feature. I'm like, Inc. magazine? What? I subscribe to Inc. magazine, but I haven't been featured in Inc. magazine. I certainly haven't done an interview for them. I would know if I'd done an interview for them. And she sends me the link, and sure enough, they'd written an article. This is the power of podcasting. So I did this podcast interview about how to reuse live content in social media, and a writer or an author for Inc. magazine listened to the podcast and then wrote a complete article about the technique just from hearing a podcast. And if you follow my son Brock, you know that he's been working on getting through this course created by Pat Flynn on podcasting so he could start his own podcast. And I'm really proud of it. A, because he bought the course with his own money. B, because he's really busy. I mean, he's a college athlete, and he's gotten through the course and recorded, I think, 5 episodes. Anyways, I was telling him, I'm like, Brock, see, this is why a podcast is so important, because you're going to reach people. You're going to be able to why? Reach people and network and educate, and it's just the most personal way to connect with people through podcasting. And here's where things get crazy. So Pat Flynn created a podcasting course, but he only created it for my students at MIA, and it hasn't been available to everyone else since then. So today, the day I get this message about Inc. magazine and my podcast interview, and the week that Brock's launching his podcast, Pat Flynn launches his course to everyone. I love Pat Flynn. You know how I am about good people, and how I like to think I've got good radar for good people. And I love podcasting. Like, you know, that's all I talk about. So A, I want to encourage you to get your hands on this course from Pat Flynn. It's so amazing. And B, I want to give you an incentivize you to actually do it. So I have a course called the Virtual Business Academy that teaches you how to organize everything from a digital standpoint, like from organizing your Dropbox, understanding what needs to happen in terms of security and passwords before you start working with any new teammates, how to know what you should be delegating and outsourcing, what things you need to do, and just how to make work so much more streamlined and simplified. That course is called the Virtual Business Academy. It's like organization. It's not marketing, it's organization, so that you get your life in order from a business standpoint. And it's normally a $500 course, but I'm going to give it to you as an incentive when you sign up for Pat's podcasting course. And anyone can start and should start a podcast. It's the ultimate way to reach out to influencers, to be heard, to connect with people like deep in their ear. If you haven't figured it out already, all you do is swipe up, and that'll take you directly to the page where you'll learn more about Pat's course. And when you do swipe up, you'll automatically be qualified using that link. So if you do sign up for the course, we'll be notified, and then we will send you Virtual Business Academy for free for taking action. One last thing I want to say about podcasting, especially for those of you who have a fear of public speaking. Podcasting is so different because you can hit delete, erase, and re-record.
Team here, nigga, started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team fucking here. Started from the bottom, now we here. Started from
99 problems and a bitch ain't one. She's all 99 of them. I need a missing gun. I'll take them all out. I hope you hear this song and go into a cardiac arrest.
So I'm in my podcasting closet, which, by the way, you don't need to record a podcast. I've recorded podcasts on my phone, to my phone, in my car. And in case you were wondering, yes, I'm still orange. And thank you for those of you who said I look good in orange. I think you mean clothing, not skin, but it is what it is. You know, I only took maybe 10,000 photos with people this weekend, so it's not like there's that many photos of me floating around as a Oompa Loompa. I'll say this. I may be orange, but at least I won't have skin cancer, which, by the way, I've had before. I had stage 3 skin cancer moved from my thigh when I was 26 years old, so I ain't got time for laying out in the sun. And yes, I know that trust me, I'm not normally orange. It was an emergency situation. I had to take emergency action. I normally consider myself a spray tanning expert. I use Knockout Tan. She has a special formulation for me. This is Mystic. I actually even have my own gun and my own formulation But I just thought, it'll be quicker to just go into a booth. And thank you for, like, I've had 20 people reach out and say, I'll come down and spray tan you. No, I am so modest. I am not getting naked in front of someone I barely know. Oh, hail to the no. A lot of my girlfriends are like, you need to do the Brazilian wax. It's great. I'm like, I am not having someone I don't know down there with like a magnifying glass. No. There are a lot of people who are underpaid for what they do. Nurses, teachers, firefighters, our servicemen and women, and people who do Brazilian waxes. You could enough money. There isn't enough money in the world to pay me to do that job. So doing a podcast interview with this podcaster. What's up, Brock Johnson? Oh, I don't know if you guys can actually hear him, but you can hear me. Hi.
Hi.
This is a pretty dope sunset, I gotta say. Those are some pretty dope labs. So we have some friends visiting from Michigan. This is Brooke, and she's our new vice president for Team Johnson. So she's actually not here visiting. She's here looking for a new residence. Because, I mean, California ain't a bad place to relocate to. Don't you agree? Denzel is also originally from Michigan. And he's here visiting because he knows how sweet my basketball skills are and he needed some coaching. Lauren still works for us. We miss you, Lauren. If you're still watching, I miss you so much. She just works for us from Pennsylvania now. Oh, and Team Johnson, if you're watching, 7 a.m. Pio, be there or be fired. And you know I'm not kidding. Team Johnson, 7 a.m. Pio. If you're not here, if you're not here, I will cut you. I will cut you. Well, good morning. Just getting the gym set up for Pio with the girls. And I think I'll put you right here. Hang on a second. So last night I said the person with the cutest outfit wins, and not that Allison's competitive or anything. This is a close second. I'm saying third. I mean, Irene, you would have won, but it's like they stayed in genre.
But did anybody wake up and make muffins?
Oh, you win. Aaron wins. Actually, Denzel wins because he came dressed as a Chicago Bull.
You know what? I'm official.
Boo. Hey, so when you swipe up, if it doesn't take you to the link that someone's referenced, that just means that you need to update your app, sister. And yes, it's true. I like Snapchat better than Instagram stories for a lot of very specific reasons, the most important of which is connection. It's the same reason why I like podcasting. When someone's listening to a podcast, you have their 100% focus. They're not looking usually at any other videos or anything else for that matter. It's a very deep, connected relationship with your viewer, your follower, your listener. And I was just interviewed by my son, Brock Johnson, for his new podcast about statistics, the data on why Snap performs better than Instagram stories. Remember, views don't mean anything. I mean, unless you're trying to win a popularity contest or if you use that to like stroke your ego. But what matters is depth of connection. We used to focus on views or number of likes or number of followers. But in 2017, if you're still worried about just views or number of followers, you miss the point. Snap is personal. You're not seeing anyone else's snaps right now. You're going to finish all the way through mine. the only conversations we can have are private. No one else sees them. When you're on Instagram stories, it's so tempting to just keep swiping to the next person's story. Where on Snapchat, statistically speaking, we know that people watch a story from start to finish, and most people will keep eliminating the number of people that they're following because they feel like they need to get through all of the stories of all of the people that they follow. And that's very different on Instagram. No, very few people watch every story of every person they follow on Instagram, but they do that on Snap. So again, if you're in a business where you want to connect with people, I personally think you've got to evaluate the depth of connection on. We are filming here today in the office, and one of our light shades is broken, and so these girls are blocking the light for me. I'll only be another half hour because as I was filming, the light started coming across me, and then Kristen and Irene had to like hold up shades for like what, a half hour? OOTD. Someone asked what that stands for. It stands for Outfit of the Day. OOTD. This is actually my second outfit of the day.
Second outfit.
Third, if you count my workout outfit. Tons of really cool Snapchat updates. And you know, I am a very big fan of Snapchat for business. So if you haven't already, be sure to follow Brock11 Johnson because he will explain all the new updates and how you can use them. That was the cheesiest, like, pageant freeze frame smile ever. Tap back and watch how cheesy my last video was. Is everybody cut out to be an entrepreneur? You know what? I don't think so. I mean, I don't think everyone is. But I do think in today's day and age, like with social media and our phones and the internet, everybody has the ability to make extra income. But I do think in today's day and age, like with social media and our phones and the internet, everybody has the ability to make extra income. I think everybody has the ability. I think it's not that hard. I think the hardest part about it is getting organized enough to have the time. Because you can't just be like, oh, the internet exists, so therefore I can make money. I mean, you still have to learn how to do it, even in just a couple of hours a week. I mean, even if you're in network marketing, you still have to learn how to work your business, or if there's something that you want to sell online, or like even on Amazon. I mean, like even if you buy an exercise program, you still have to make the time to do it. You don't just like get the program and suddenly you're fit. Same is true in business. I just find that a lot of people who say like, well, oh, I tried doing this or tried doing that and it just didn't work for me. It's usually that they just didn't make the time to figure it out. And it is about making the time, because we all have the same 24 hours in a day. So it's you figuring out how to prioritize the thing that matters the most to you. Like today, I had so much work I had to do at the office, but my clarity and balance is a key, and that's a priority. I could have woke up like really early and just started working, which is kind of like what I felt like doing, but I knew that wasn't the right thing to do. So I prioritized a workout and meditation. Okay. So now my question to you is, what do you need to prioritize so you have enough time to do it? You guys know that I've always been a fashionista? Well, it's true. I mean, look at that hair. Look at that bow tie. Brett sees that photo. He's like, I didn't know you were a redhead. I'm like, I wasn't a red. The photo is like discolored and old and faded and weird, and my hair looks red in that photo, but I did not have a refrigerator lighting for this conversation. So this is my natural color. And this is just, you know, just what happens when I go in the sun. Smarty Pants over here thinks that if he takes me to Fashion Island with like 10 minutes left, that that's going to work in his favor, and it doesn't, because I'm best under pressure. Those calves, though. You were taking me shopping.
You're welcome.
Would you take me to dinner now?
Yes.
Okay, are you hungry?
Yeah, and I'll take you home.
Oh, boy. So this is a watermelon and heirloom tomato salad with a little bit of goat cheese and almonds.
Sweet potato half. Quinoa bowl.
That looks really good. Okay, Team Johnson, this is your warning. Set your alarms. 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, we're doing Chalene Extreme. And Carol and Robin, I know you hear me. I will see you in the morning. To all of the Beachbody coaches who were able to see me at Summit talking about how you need to change your approach in social media, I've got really great news. I detailed that exact presentation in an interview that I did for Social Media Moneymakers. That podcast launches tomorrow. So if you're in a network marketing organization like Beachbody, LipSense, Herbalife, doTERRA, any of them, you've got to listen to this episode because there's three major mistakes that network marketers are making in the way that they're trying to engage in social media because it worked in 2016, but it's not working in 2017. And if you want to know what those things are, you've got to listen to this episode. I give you all the examples, and it's going to make a huge, easy way for you to fix your business. You definitely need to stand out in social media, and you're not going to stand out if you're doing what everybody else is doing. And I want to share with you those 3 tips. You can listen to the complete lesson in detail, like examples of what to say and how to say it and what's working and what's not working. All of that is detailed in the interview I did for Social Media Moneymakers. So go to any podcast app, search Social Media Moneymakers, subscribe, and then that way you'll see those episodes when they release. These are really simple tips. They totally apply if you're in network marketing. Like, this is a must. But even if you're not in network marketing, you know, as you and I, we're not in network marketing, but we both serve a lot of people who are. So I think anyone who's got any kind of business, this will work for you. It's how you stand out. And the first step that I like to share with people is that you've got, and I put them into little simple phrases so you can kind of memorize them. And the first one is, borrowed words are for the birds. That's number 1. Number 2 is, don't tell me that you're about to sell me. Refrigerator lighting. That's what this is. Some people use a ring light. I use Thermador. It's just convenient. People are like, well, you could use, I know what I could use, but my refrigerator's right here, and it's always here, and it's always charged. If you're doing attraction marketing, that's awesome, but you need to know about curiosity marketing. All right, I love this thing. I should ask Tiffany if they're good to use. I don't know, but it's great. It's effective, I'll tell you that. It's called a color switch. I got it on Amazon. And what it does is, when I've got makeup on my brush and I try to clean it off, it doesn't all come off, right? So let me show you. So I'll show you on a piece of paper that, like, there's still a lot of makeup on it, right? So all you do is you scrub it. I can't do this and show you at the same time. You just scrub it on there real quick. So you scrub it really hard anyways, and then you watch, it like takes the color out, watch. I mean, it's not completely out, but I only did that for a couple seconds. It takes the color out. I don't know what that material is. It's kind of like that it's like that spongy stuff you would put in a bump it. If you don't know what a bump it is, you're not from Texas. So if you're not a makeup artist, right, and you've got like color on your brush, and you want to use that same brush, again, you just scrub it. Now watch, we'll come back to my sheet and look at, I mean, it's like pretty much the color's gone. So now I don't know, I like it. I just find it saves me a lot of time. I suppose you should probably use like multiple brushes and you should clean them and all those things. But see, she's not a makeup artist. She's just a girl trying to get ready fast with one brush. And that allows me to do it. Oh, and everyone always asks about this jacket. This is just, it's like one, you know that sweatshirt that you live in? This is that sweatshirt. And I got it from Michelle Park. And I'll put her contact info. I think the best way to reach her is on, you know what, I'll put her email address on the next snap. Now, if you don't know who Michelle Park is, if you do Payo, she's the person who modifies every single move, who's standing next to me. We've been friends since I moved to California 25 years ago. And she's always with me on stage whenever I'm doing workouts because she's the ultimate, well, she's a great modifier, but so too is Mindy and so too is Allie. So today I invited Team Johnson over and we're going to do a little Chalene, well, a version of Chalene Extreme, like basically lifting upper and lower body same time. Yeah, look, Team Johnson session in progress. How you feeling?
Dying.
How you doing? Why is everyone breathing so hard? How you like your first day here, Robin? What do you think? You like it, Brooke?
Love it.
Lisa, walking the... We had Lauren with us here today, too. Hi, Lauren. And Lauren, what's your sister-in-law's name?
Heather.
Hi, Heather. Do you still like us? That was fun. So what did we do, crew? We did Chalene Extreme. We did shoulders and lower body. And then we did Tabatas. And they loved them, clearly. Right? Irene, you loved it. You loved every minute of it.
It's just the same thing, like curiosity. In order to create curiosity in people, we have to create a gap, right, between what people know and what they want to know more about. Like, so you can't keep them completely in the dark, but you can't give them everything. You need people to crave more information. And you do that by dripping and leaking out information, not flooding people with it.
Proud mom moment. Okay, so that's Brock's new podcast. You guys, it's really, really good. I think he's already got 7 or 8 episodes up. Every single one of them is like amazing content on how to help you build your social media influence, from Instagram to Snapchat to Facebook to podcasting. And what I did is gave him the exclusive interview, giving those of you who are trying to build your brand, improve your business, reach more people, sell more using social media, using a technique that's called curiosity marketing. And that episode is up now on Social Media Moneymakers. So special mom favor, I'd like to ask you if you would help me. Okay, so Brock's got a special giveaway for the first, I think 20 people who write a review on the podcast. I just want you to know that I also will be picking a few of you who are kind enough to take the time to write him a review about his podcast. And I'm going to select a few people myself, and I'll be notifying you here on Snapchat. So be sure to leave in your review your Snapchat handle so that I can, reference you. But the reason why I want to do this is because I just don't think people definitely take time out of their day to complain. But here's a kid who every single day provides free information, content, research, the latest tips and tricks on how to help people build their social media. And I just think it's like saying thank you. So I would love it if you find some value in his podcast. Just take a moment to say thank you and write an honest review about the podcast. Tell people what they can expect, or let them know what your favorite episode was. Of course, I would love for you to listen to episode number 7 where his mother is featured, but all the episodes are really good. And I just, I want to thank you in advance for writing a review. It's really easy to do. You can do it directly from your phone. I'll show you in the next snap. Okay, so you can go to any podcast app and just search Social Media Moneymakers in the search window, and that will pop up the show. Then you click on it and be sure to click subscribe. Then if you notice right here in the center of your screen, there's a tab that says review. Just click on that and you can write your review. And yes, those of you who already wrote a review for Brock's podcast, don't worry. I'll just hopefully remember your iTunes handle, because that's what I will reference when I pick the winners. Hopefully a little later today. So if you haven't yet written a review, if you haven't yet subscribed and downloaded this podcast, you need to, especially if you're trying to figure out how to use social media to build your business. Just doing a Facebook Live. Thank you, Irene. And Kristen broke into my laptop. Now I'm going to go have lunch and talk to our registered dietitians who are here working on the diet beta test. Let's see what's going on here. What is going on in here? Robin Johnson, are you related to Chalene Johnson?
I wish.
Super fun, productive day at the office. God, we got so much done. And it was fun. I love everybody they get to work with. Seriously, sometimes I can't believe this is my life. It's literally like every day I wake up and I love it. And I didn't used to always feel that way. It's about the people. Like, the people that you work with either make you love your day or loathe your day. Now I get to go roller skating with Sierra and my nieces, and I get to wear my new Moxies. I cannot wait. I'm dying. Could this day get any better? Hello, Amazon. Happy birthday. Oh my gosh. Open, 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 open. Your very own Moxies.
Thank you.
Let's take them out of that plastic.
The boardwalk at Newport.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
Presley.
You and I are riding bikes.
But I have skates if you would rather wear skates.
Okay.
What do you think you'd rather do, skates or bike? Do you love them, Press?
Yeah.
Do you love them, Tatum?
I do.
I can't wait to try them.
My fake birthday is gonna be August 7th because I don't like having my birthday in the fall.
Oh.
Because I really want to go.
I
to
need
the
a fake
beach.
birthday. Oh, you don't have much padding either. You know what? You looked adorable. That's all that matters. Okay, so far we are just skating in the house until we master the basics. We decided that would be safer. Once we master the basics, then we will go out, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We are getting better by the minute. Okay, show me the toe stop. Good. Bend your knees. Perfect. Nice. Bend your knees if you feel like you're about to fall. Nice toe stop. Woo! Looking good, ladies. I wonder if my legs look that long and tan.
And ashy. Yeah, I'm not wearing any lotion. I forgot my lotion.
Well, you've mastered this. In that we thought it might be a bad idea to return our nieces with broken arms and legs, we've decided to nix that idea and just go to dinner. So a lot of people talk about their morning routine, like Miracle Morning. I would call it my elite evening. So these are habits that I take care of the night before. I fill up 3 water bottles before I go to bed every single night. I do 2 with lemon water, lemon, ginger, cayenne, and I put a shot of Restore in both of them. That Restore is for gut health. That goes in these 2, and then I do a separate bottle that's just water. These are 25 ounces each. I've got 3 of them. I'll put 2 of these in my car tonight when I'm not rushing out the door to get to work on time. I'll put them in my car because they will stay cold for 24 hours. So they'll be cold and in my car. And you know how it is when you're running out the door to go to work in the morning, you're usually like, your arms are full anyways. This third one tonight, I will put it by my sink before I go to bed. This is what I will use to drink and take my supplements in the morning. This bottle is made by Sip Wellness. Sip Wellness is a company that was started by one of my graduate students of the Marketing Impact Academy. It's an online academy, and he's just a great success story. Awesome story. 3 water bottles makes this habit stick. That's a smart success tip for you. Why? Because most people don't remember how many times they've refilled a water bottle. When I fill 3, I know when all 3 are empty, I have hit my target for the day. That's 75 ounces, goal complete. I mark it off in my Smart Life Push Journal, and every time you get to mark something off, you feel good about it. It makes it stick. These Sip Wellness bottles are awesome because they're created to build wells for people who don't have clean running water in third world countries, and it was created by a college student and one of our grads from the Marketing Impact Academy, so I just think it's a great cause. Okay, in case you didn't believe me. Oh, there's one from earlier today. Yes, so these will be just as cold tomorrow afternoon when I go to drink them as they were when I made them because they're insulated bottles, so they'll stay cold for 24 hours. I had this one in here because this one's smaller. I put my bone broth in that one because it kind of looks like a bone. And you know how like when you go to drink something and you're like, whoa, I was expecting water, but it's bone broth. Like this is the one I use for my bone broth. I have the most productive morning. You need to get ready for it the night before. My day planner, I use a Smart Life Push Journal that goes across my sink. I don't allow myself to brush my teeth until I've planned my day. I've got water to drink while I get ready, and I take all my supplements with that. I have an audio book picked out for tomorrow morning, and my Bluetooth is ready to go. And did I mention lashes? I don't know, but this is how you plan a great day the night before.
screen in there.
There's so much. Oh, you look cute. You guys look so cute. Hi, Kevin. How could you be eating that when this is going on?
This is
Oh my God. Are you serious right now? Are you trying to get Employee of the Month or Decade?
Don't tell Alex.
Right? Holy cow. I mean, I don't even know what to say except, woo-hoo-hoo, someone's getting a raise. Like, we're having a meeting, and Erin is in here making amazing recipes that will be a part of our diet. But, like, I mean, hello, taste tester? Yes. Hearts of palm artichokes.
And then I just sauteed bell pepper and onion. Then I pulverized those low carb
Peppers,
And then I did Old Bay seasoning and Dijon mustard, and that's it.
You are a talented and beautiful woman and sweet. I'm so sorry I didn't get a chance to snap with you much today. I apologize. We had a full house, just so many of our top consultants and experts flew in to just work on the diet, which I cannot wait to actually finally tell you the name of it. I'm hoping we'll be able to tell you the name of the diet. It looks like maybe August, maybe late August. And I cannot wait because, as you probably know, a lot of people have been testing it. But what they've been testing has been like a crumb. Like legit, like a crumb compared to what they're going to get. Like this program, the reason why I haven't been talking about it too much is there's so much work and production that's been going into the final finished product. So it's so customizable. It's unlike anything anyone's ever done before. It's just, well, frankly, it's going to change the game. And like the amazing results you've probably been seeing people get, it doesn't even compare to what is going to happen to people's lives. And I just cannot wait for this to be in the hands of everyone, especially people who are just like fed up with stupid diets and like not having permanent solution. Like, I mean, people want a permanent solution. Anyways, from a business standpoint, those of you if you've ever created a product, I've created many: Marketing Impact Academy, Smart Success, the Virtual Business Academy. I've created exercise programs, Chalene Extreme, PIO, Turbo Jam, Turbo Kick. I've written a book that's a New York Times bestseller, but I'm telling you, I've never put as much work, effort, expertise, and resources into a project like I have this one. And I don't have words. I'm so excited. Most of the things that I had to do for the program are done, like the research, the experts, the design, the testing, and looking at results from people, then tweaking how people go through the diet, and then changing it, and then looking at their results. And like, we've literally had 25,000 people test this now. Dude, that's insane. That's a freaking science project. So now it's a team that's putting together this like really amazing interactive app. It's all of the things that we've tested. Now we're putting them into final form. So that might take, well, a little bit of my time, obviously. But what it's done is it's kind of freed up headspace. So now I'm like getting excited again about marketing and business organization and productivity, like all the things that I know, which, because of the systems we have in place, it's allowed me to do a project like this. Like, you know, because of Smart Success, because of what I teach and also live in my business in terms of like how we apply the principles of the Marketing Impact Academy to our business, that's what makes it possible to be passionate about projects like this. The ultimate compliment yesterday from Kim Garst. Now, Kim Garst kind of does what I do in that she teaches business owners how to leverage social media to help them build their business. And that's a really rare quality, to have another woman who should, you know, normally see you as a competitor, who actually wants to lift you up. And Kim said to me yesterday, paid me the ultimate compliment. She said, Chalene, every time I meet someone who's worked with you, whether on your team or as a consultant or has come in contact with you or your team, they always say the same thing: you get what you see. Like, and I thought that was the ultimate compliment. She said, everyone I've run into says that you are kind and you are fair and that you actually live what you teach. And I'm like, that's it. That's the ultimate compliment. will say this, when I've had the opportunity to spend time with Kelly Ripa, which has only been like, we're always spending time together. Like, no, when I've done her show twice, I will say that everybody on her staff says she is legit. She is kind, she is fair, she is nice, she is family. And I'm like, you know, I mean, I've done a lot of TV appearances, and that's a rare thing to have everybody on staff say. And I think that's because a lot of times what people put out to the world is like nothing like what they really are in real life. Like sometimes you see people on TV or what they're like in social media or like on stage, and then you meet them in real life and you're like, wow, they are nothing like what they're pretending to be. And it's disappointing, you know. So anyways, I just thought it was the ultimate compliment. So thank you, Kim, if you're watching. And the message for you today is women, ladies, girlfriend, we need to lift each other up. Look what just came in the mail, a new bra. This is the bra that I wear with sleeveless tops and backless shirts, etc. It's called, I call it a sticky bra, but it's called a new bra. Definitely buy this brand, don't buy a knockoff. It's the Featherlight, and you want to go up at least a size or 2. And if you wear it like this, it doesn't give you any support. If you wear it like this, it does give you, I mean, you're not going jogging or anything, but it will push the ladies together. And this is what it looks like on, and that's the face that I make when I put it on, and I put my hand up over my head like that, and I don't know what she's doing, but that's what I do. Okay. Fellas, I'm sorry about this. I don't know, maybe you guys like it, but ladies, so this is what it looks like. This side is like cotton. You flip it over, and it's literally stuck to me. It's sticky. Very sticky. And so, yeah, it's not easy to come off. You have to peel it off. Are you wincing? But it freaking works. You can wear it for like probably 6 months, and then it starts to lose its stickiness. But like, it's hella sticky. And as you can tell from my hand placement, I am wearing one right now. I mean, I could have wore a regular bra underneath this. Sometimes the sticky bra is just so much easier. It will come off though if you're like sweating a lot or if you have lotion on. So don't sweat and don't wear lotion, okay? Okay. For sure, one of the reasons why the diet that I'm testing has such amazing results is because people go through it together as a group. We all started on the same day, and that was very, very powerful. So we have made an executive decision that when this launches to the world, we're going to stick to that format and make sure that we limit the number of people who go through each time so they can go through as a group, and then close it up, wait for those people to get through it before we open it up to more people. You're going to have to be patient, but you also have to act quick if you want to be in that first group when we launch it, right? Now, if you've already done one of the tests, don't worry, we already got you on the list. But for anyone who never got a chance to test this diet and you're really excited to be in that very first launch group, get your name on the waiting list, dietbetatest.com, and you'll be first to be notified when we launch it. I got about 1 million requests for my lemon ginger water recipe, so I will prepare the recipe as well as a video tutorial to show you how to make it, how to freeze it, and just give me about a week to do that, but thanks for your patience, and I'll let you know as soon as it's ready. Okay, bless your heart. Bless your heart. I have had like 100 of you say, okay, here's my email address. Go ahead and just put me on the list. What do I look like, customer support? I need some light on this subject. You have to enter your own email address, boo. I can't be putting your email address in. I don't even think that's legal. I think that's known as spam. So put your own email address in at dietbetatest.com to be on the wait list.